Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's All You Can Geek Moviecast, episode 634. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gass, joined by Mike Sneedy,
What's up?
Corey Feinsod,
Hey, hey.
and Tony Korkanakis.
Yo, yo, yo.
Welcome, guys. Welcome, listeners and viewers. Happy Valentine's Day, February 14th. Yep. We are coming at you live on Twitch starting Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock. Please join us live. We will answer your questions on the air. Have a discussion with you guys. Actually, I just got the notification myself. See, you sign up and you get the notifications that we went live. So please subscribe to our channel, and then also on YouTube the following day, and all of our other content's on YouTube too now, really pretty much. So it's like you can go way back on episodes, not all of them, but most of them since we went video. So go on back to that backlog and subscribe to that channel. But welcome to 634, guys. Guys, I gotta say, watching stuff. I ended up. Well, obviously we had the Super Bowl this weekend. You guys, Tony, did you watch the Super Bowl? Like, do you watch it for the ads and stuff? I mean, I don't know.
No,
you're not a big football fan.
Yeah, I mean, I'll watch the game as long as it's interesting. And this year I tuned in to root against the Eagles. So you're welcome. You're welcome, Chiefs.
All right,
It's all thanks to you. Yeah. Thanks,
big shout out to my buddy on the Chiefs who won a Super Bowl. I cannot
We're gonna
believe.
see a ring, apparently, right?
Well, if he brings it, but which I assume he will at some point. But he doesn't get it until next season, I think, right? So he won't have it this summer.
Yeah.
But congratulations to him. And man, the Chiefs again. Like, now I don't want to root for him anymore because now it's getting too much. But he's got his ring, so good for him. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't like dynasties, Mike, unless they're the Mets.
Oh, so you don't like stuff that matters historically. You just like those one-offs.
I like the underdog. I just can't root for the Eagles. Okay, we don't need to go on with this, but let's discuss anything commercial wise you guys liked. I mean,
commercials
trailers
are so bad these days.
Although I was confused. Which one was it? Was it Guardians, where it's just like go online to see the actual trailer instead of just having it there?
Every one of them did that. They all did that.
They all did that.
Yeah.
See, I was at a pretty raucous party that my brother had, so I wasn't paying attention. I couldn't make sense of what was happening with the commercials too much. But
got it.
I think they were only paying for 15-second adverts because it's like half price or whatever, and they just want you to obviously go to their channels.
Yeah, there's no reason to pay for a 3-minute spot when you can pay for 15 seconds and
a teaser and call it a day.
Plus, there's stuff in some of those teasers that are not in the actual trailer.
Yeah. I mean, I went online to watch those trailers. What do you guys think of the Flash one?
That one, it unfortunately got me more excited.
James Gunn loves it. He's supposed to say that, but he loves it.
Sure.
I don't know if any.
I mean, it's got my Batfleck boy, so
it's got a lot of Batman.
I'm aside from the fact that I don't understand why Zod is there when you can't have Cavill. Like, just having him there sort of makes me like, oh, why isn't Cavill here? But
what's weird
otherwise,
is they filmed scenes with Cavill, from what I understand. They cut them.
Yeah, because for whatever reason we don't want to.
No, they
close the chapter.
Do anything with them.
I thought Cavill.
I was a couple
if they
people
on
Cavill,
then that implies they gave him a contract.
I thought that they had filmed scenes. I had seen some comments on Twitter, from people I follow.
They brought
that was
everyone
older, I thought.
Because the whole point was years ago that we were going to get Supergirl in this instead of.
Superman. Yeah, I know that.
That was the whole,
she looks great. I thought that character. She looks awesome as a character. I don't know why. I like her. I like the look of the Supergirl. I was like, this is a cool designed character here. A little different than what you're used to for Supergirl. But for me, at least, I don't know if this is the way she is in the comic books. But I'm like, for me, the classic blonde-haired Supergirl thing. I'm like, this is much cooler. Like looking, she kind of looks like what was the Superman? Reign of Superman, like this Eradicator. Is that what his name is?
I don't know.
The woman with the glasses. She kind of has that vibe, doesn't she?
Okay.
I get that vibe.
Yeah, I think there's a newer version of
that's more
Supergirl that looks
more
like
than I remember from Man of Steel. So.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I mean, Michael Keaton looks like back in the fold, right? Looks good.
That was fun. That's really the big one there. And it's good to see Batfleck do something. Maybe his swan song here.
Well, you had the gray suit, blue cape, gold belt.
It's kind of cool mix.
Yeah, I mean, the Batman stuff looked real cool. I hope it's not a bait and switch. I hope it's not just 99% Ezra and 1% them, because that would not be cool.
We also don't just get one Ezra. It seems like we get two Ezras.
Yeah.
I stopped at 2. We're gonna have 3. Everything comes
probably more than that. Probably more than that. But yeah, so it's cool. Guardians trailer. I mean, I did watch that one online as well afterwards. It was good. I don't know if it was like super exciting, but I'm already like super excited for this movie. So
I think they're just keeping it.
I don't need it.
Like a lot of it was recycled footage. There's some new parts, but I mean, at this point, you know if you're going to go see this one or not. You know.
I think so.
For the first two. I think so. Plus, it's probably gonna have some more beats than the first two. Yeah. So I imagine
they really just throw these out there so people can analyze them and do reaction videos.
Yeah.
The trailer I did not get online to see was Beast Wars, the new trailer for that. Was that cool?
I remember I saw the teaser enough. Actually, people were quiet enough for that one, and
I like the teaser for that.
They were way thrown off by what it was because not everyone follows the stuff.
That's Jazz in that, right? Jazz is in the main. Is that Jazz?
You would think so, because that's his alt mode, but it's another character. I don't know why they do that. I hate that they do this, because that literally should be the Jazz character, but it's like I don't even know what his fucking name is. I'm like, why do you do this? Like, why do you mess with these fucking modes?
I was actually more excited thinking that was Jazz.
Yeah,
I was jazzed for Jazz.
No, I know. Jazz died in the first one. He got ripped in half by fucking Megatron.
I know, but I thought that we were going to get like something.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
But
whoever's in charge of continuity, I just want to slap and be like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Speaking of which, the people at the party, I was like, "Where's Shia LaBeouf?" So that's how caught up they are.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he hasn't been part of it in like a decade.
Yeah. Any other trailers?
The face of Transformers. There was more Indiana Jones. I saw the teaser part of that.
Yeah.
I had bad Uncharted movie vibes with him like flying out of that airplane there.
I only had I had a small group here. It was
as an Uncharted movie. Yes.
I had 7 people here, and I call them the commoners vibe was very excited for that movie.
Yeah, no, I mean, listen.
Yeah, they're older. They're also they were pretty psyched to see him on the screen. Yeah.
How much older
than me? 50s and 60s.
Okay, that's.
How much older do you expect? Older. I mean, yeah.
Well, I don't know what you count as older. Is that like a year older than you? Older?
No, I wouldn't say that. I'd say that I would never count that. But
okay.
Yeah, there were at least a decade to 2 decades. So, yeah. Anything else? I think we're good on that. Let's get into what we've been watching.
It's no Tide commercial. I'll say that.
No. There was one really good commercial. I'm actually drawing a blank as to which one I was laughing at. I was actually really enjoyed it.
T-Mobile?
No, it was not T-Mobile. Oh, John Travolta's was good.
That was okay. I like the Scrubs guys.
But there was an actress that was shocking to have her back on the screen. Alicia Silverstone, I think it was.
Oh, the Clue.
Oh,
one.
Yeah, the Clue one.
Clueless one.
Clueless one.
Oh yeah. We were talking about that too.
Yeah, so I don't know. But I will say, guys, watching shows, I have watched something that's pretty popular right now, and I thought I'd talk about it real quick. Poker Face.
Mm-hmm.
So anybody else watch this yet?
Lady Gaga?
No, I did not think it looked good.
No, so I heard really good things about it, and I was like, let me check it out. I heard it on a podcast I listened to, and then I heard it from a couple of people who were at the party. I was like, okay, I'll check this out. So I watched the first episode, and I like this show a lot. It's very much like an old Columbo. Remember Columbo kind of things, like those Monk, I guess. Monk would make sense. Those kind of new murder every week kind of thing. And you know the murderer. You know the murderer as the audience. The trick is the character you see how she unravels the mystery. She's not even a cop or a detective. She's just she's got this skill that she can tell when people are lying. It's a skill. Like she can 100%. She's never wrong.
So how does she get involved in all these murder mysteries then?
popped up in Glass Onion for a second.
Yeah, this is a Ryan Johnson show, Tony.
That's one.
It's created and written by Ryan Johnson.
I'll put it on because I probably need something.
I know you appreciate his stuff.
No, I do. Yeah, and I like the murder mystery stuff. It's just the angle kind of makes me be like, all right, well, whatever. I'll give it a shot.
I don't like. I also don't like knowing it. I don't like knowing it right away. I like to keep it more of a mystery myself. I like kind of unraveling it while you're watching them unraveling. But
I think it's interesting though because a lot of these procedurals, like 10 minutes into the episode, it's like, well, it has to be this guy because he's the new like face and all. But like, so I could see that being like a different take.
It's like, oh, he's a guest star for this episode. That's weird. I wonder why.
She's a great. Like I said, I'm guessing during this season she realizes she should be a private detective or something. Because like as she's talking to people, like now she's falling into another murder case, and she's just like, this guy's lying to me. Like as she's just having a random conversation with people at a quick stop, she's like talking to people.
She's like an anime character. She can like sense their heartbeat or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
No, I don't know. She never. She said she tried to explain the first episode. She said, I just get a vibe. She's like, I can't explain it. It's just like I know. And so the guys were Adrian Brody's character was testing her like crazy. So like with cards.
A vibrating woman.
She just knows it. She just knows it. She just says bullshit usually when she knows it's bullshit.
She knows.
Yep. Bullshit. No. So no, but it's entertaining, and it's got the Ryan Johnson.
I don't know why they call it poker
Flair.
Face. If she's reading people, then it should be like the nose.
Or the vibe. It's got her backstory is she used to play poker games across the country until people found out that she would never lose. So, so now she can't play those games. But it's cool.
It does well enough.
Yeah, I listen. It's fun. I'm not a big fan of hers, but she does. I'll give her credit. At least it's like I like the show. So, but all right, and that's for like new stuff. I mean, that's pretty much it. The Strange New World stuff for me, and we did watch the newest episode of Last of Us. Who's in with me on this one? Episode 5. Tony, did you catch up?
I caught up. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
This is actually my least favorite episode. Might be.
I loved this episode. Wow. You know what it was, Tony? This one's so much like the game. That's why I think this was more like the game.
Part of it but part of it too, it just felt like a Walking Dead episode to me, and I mean that in like the worst ways possible. Or it was just kind of like,
I could get that vibe. You're right. I could get that. You're right.
Or it's kind of like
mention it.
Like first of all, like I'm gonna be light on spoilers, I guess, but it's gonna be hard to talk about. So like the Resistance leader, like she felt like such a cartoon character, like absolutely 2-dimensional, like cardboard cutout. There's no fucking depth to you, woman, like at all. It's just I want revenge. It's like, okay, cool, I guess, question mark. Like, I don't know you. You're like the annoying woman from, Two and a Half Men or something like that. So it's like, I can't even take you seriously in this role. So you're pointing a gun and waving around and talking all like whatever. So it's like, okay. But then like, when they get to that second half of the episode where it's like, they go through the things. And I was fine with this episode up until the point where it's like shit happens. I was like, okay, well now this is like insurmountable odds. So obviously something's gonna happen here. Like, Joel's not gonna be able to take all these people on. It's like, oh, of course. Like the thing they hinted at last time where it's like, we don't have time to deal with this right now. A kid and his little brother are getting away. That's top my priority. I'm like, okay. Like I guess let's act illogically. Like sure, go ahead. Okay, and. Of course, the scene happens, and like from a game perspective, absolutely, like that's cool. But like as a viewer, I'm just like, this is just such a lame way to like get these characters out of this episode, scot free, stuff like that.
Yeah,
that's my wholeheartedly disagree completely.
I expected it to.
Yeah,
no, I think this episode was great. I love the changes they made to the Sam and Henry characters. I think that it was interesting that they included them in this uprising instead of just having them be like same. Travelers meeting up, and I think the reasons behind everything I thought was really well played out, and some of the little hints to the game, and then obviously the end sequence. I thought the end sequence was great because for the most part you haven't seen anything like that, so it was cool to get one episode where just like balls to walls craziness.
This was the first episode where I watched the post credit stuff where they have the the interviews with people, and I did love that change for the character to make him deaf. So I love that little change with that in this episode. That was really cool. And yeah, I mean, but I do get and welcome back, Churro, by the way. Churro actually agreed. Did sound very feel very video gamey. But it is better. I agree with you. It is better. I thought it was better than episode 4. But I thought this was fantastic. Not as good as 3. I loved episode 3 a lot.
3 is the best episode. And
but this was one of my this one I really like. For the first time, this felt like it did feel like the game, and I saw when you mentioned, Tony, you didn't like it. I'm like, I immediately flashed back to you not liking the game, and I'm like, I think it was very much the video game vibe in this one. But I love that part.
I mean, I like them incorporating the guy in the church or the house or whatever, the sniper. You know, I like them incorporating that into the Resistance. Okay, like that was cool and stuff like that. But I mean, it just feels. I just can't get away from the video game plot armor, the story plot armor. It's like you have like 24 dudes with you. You know, the older brother comes out and like nobody shoots him. It's just like, all right, let's talk meanderingly. I'm gonna draw my gun meanderingly. I'm gonna hear a noise. I'm gonna turn around, not finish what I'm doing, and then all of a sudden we're overrun. But our characters get away. It's like, okay, cool, and then we like even get like bits of Mando where it's like, you know, Pedro Haskell just be like, okay, I gotta snipe these people, you know, even though it's fucking dark as shit. And I was just like, oh, god damn, like. I don't know. To me, it just felt too video gamey. Like, too video gamey. And I was just like, do it or don't. Like, commit to the bit or don't.
You do that in the game. Like, that is a part of the game, that part. You know, sniping the people charging the house. So, I remembered that. Like,
I mean,
that
the
whole
only thing I thought was, like, you know, obviously he's got unlimited ammo up there. You know, that's whatever. Like, I could be like, yeah, that's fine. Like, movie magic. But, like, I just thought that was really well paced. The character development I thought was really well done for basically just 2 episodes they had.
I like the characters. That's fine. I hated, like, I don't know. I just don't know why they did it to, like, otherwise just, like, be like, we got these 2 things that happen in the game. Let's just smush them together. Make it easy peasy.
Well, again, it's like pushing the story, and also they made a major change with Ellie and Sam at the end, which was interesting to see how that goes because...
And I like that change. I like that change too.
Yeah, that was fun.
See how it is. And but yeah, just like there's a lot of mirroring that they're doing with the characters.
But they
and even with Kathleen, the main villain of this is like essentially she's like characters from Last of Us 2 is what she is.
Yeah, I haven't played Last of Us 2 obviously, but I thought so. But from everything I know of that story, but I think this is the first episode that really started to drive that point home as to we know where this is going. I'm not going to spoil where this is going for those who don't know, but we know where this is going, and there's decisions that are made there in this in the video game that I thought was awesome, and this kind of represents the build up as to why that was made. You know, that's why
the actors that played Sam and Henry were top notch. They were amazing.
Great. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, they were
nothing
great.
to say about that actor. Just purely talk
fantastic.
About the plot beats.
I mean, it's just great production. It's just great production too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Again, they threw so much money, and then it paid off. So
yeah.
And Mike did really well.
$500,000 or $1 million or something like that of the
the
boss monster or whatever.
The bloater.
I will say, Mike, just to pull. I know you're not watching the show, but just to pull you into this, you really appreciate these games. Like you do like the game, right? You like this a lot.
I liked the first game. I
don't know about the second one myself.
I didn't love the first game either. I liked it.
Okay, I do think you really would like this because Tony didn't even like the first game. Remember?
I liked it. Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing wrong. Yeah, I'm sorry. You didn't. I made that sound bad. You didn't. It was game of the year, not game of the year for you. It was definitely not game.
No,
of the year.
I mean, I liked it, but like I was just like, I've seen all this stuff before and other things.
You don't know why it was.
More of a package deal. It was more of a package.
I think I remember you saying that.
People.
But Mike, I think you would. I think this is a good show. I really think you should check it out.
No, absolutely. I would recommend this show to anybody. Yeah. For it. Like, I mean, it is.
I don't know. I'm just between I talked a bit before about how I think the sort of transition from the games 1 to 2, you get the part where the critter's like, well, this is what happened and this is why, and I'm not down with that, and I kind of just thought, I just am burnt out by that whole thing with that second game and all the conversation around it, and I'm burnt out from Walking Dead. I just kind of don't need anything like this anymore.
They actually made the statement that this is the first episode they had this many of the infected. They really hadn't had much on the show at all yet. So this was the first time they really had that swarm. But yeah, all right. Mike, well, we'll come back to you guys, Corey and Tony, if you guys watched more. But Mike, what have you been watching?
I'm still watching a little more of Young Justice. It's okay. I I don't know if I mentioned it. Obviously, this was a few weeks ago when we were doing all our of the year stuff. But did I ever mention that I watched all of that '90s show?
No.
No.
How was that?
We watched that. It was pretty good.
I caught one.
That '70s show is one of those things where like I didn't really watch it in sequence, but I've watched it here and there and liked it enough. So yeah, me and Ashley watched this one together, and it's pretty good.
I heard it was actually pretty fun.
I will say only based on one episode, like it felt very like same vibes, but like not in a cheap like kind of like Cobra Kai, where it's like it shouldn't work, but it does somehow. So.
I liked it. It's funny though because it's that '90s show, and to me, like it just feels like, oh, this is modern instead of the '70s. It's like, oh, this is modern stuff now. It's like, wait, not anymore.
Yeah, it's like as far back as it's like further back, right, than when the '70s show came out.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, '70s show is like maybe '99. It started around then. So
it's over 30 years. That's just like it's crazy.
But it takes place in '95 is the first year, and it I know it's fun. Even the new cast isn't terrible. They're not great, but it doesn't quite bother me as much as say Fuller House did, where I just kind of felt that was awful.
See, Fuller House did it in such a bad way, whereas like I don't know, it just felt too forced, too cheesy.
Yeah.
I do think it's interesting though that the only consistent main characters from the old show are the oldest characters in Red and Kitty, and I almost want someone, since this is now '95, to make some offhand comment about how Red looks like the villain from RoboCop so much, but because that's the same actor.
I know, and that's why I was laughing. I got your joke.
I want someone to make some sort of comment like that, but they didn't do it yet. Maybe they will in the next season. But yeah, it's decent. I might catch it again when it comes on again. So that's about it.
Cool. Tony, anything else for you?
No.
No. Corey?
I'm just caught up on some anime stuff.
Okay.
Like Blue Lock Blue Lock's so good.
I gotta get back into that stuff. Chainsaw Man is really like I saw it, the manga on the shelves, and I'm like, I really kind of want to get. I was kind of flipping through it. I'm like, I want to watch this show, so that's on my list. All right, let's talk about some news. Well, box office is dead right now. I think nothing big. We have Ant-Man this weekend.
I mean, you don't want to talk about Magic Mike?
No, no.
I think
that was another
number one.
I'm pretty sure that was number one. But Ant-Man's this weekend, Quantumania, so we'll see how that opens.
What's your prediction?
I don't know, actually. Like that's a good question because I don't
look at the numbers. Just throw what do you feel? What do you feel? What's the first number that comes to mind?
120.
I'd
Okay,
say 120.
that seems fair. Yeah.
I mean, the reviews. That's what I was trying to find the reviews. Is what I was looking for.
Reviews are actually
I think it's
this is bad.
Yeah, I heard it's mixed.
It's rotten,
mixed is what. Yeah, it's
mixed.
no, it's 6. I thought it was 60.
Okay.
So it's like right there,
right on the edge, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Let's see. Let's go with it's Bob Iger news. Real quick. Preventing Perlmutter from firing.
That guy.
He said he prevented Perlmutter from firing Kevin Feige.
Yeah, I mean, this is just kind of like what I've said over the years, where like back when we complained that the TV shows weren't like the old TV show Agents of Shield and why it wasn't crossing over with the MCU is because there was this infighting.
They hated each other.
And Perlmutter was trying to get Feige fired, and Iger is like, well, this is kind of the gold cow, so I can't really do that, buddy. And he's like, tell you what, he's not gonna be your problem. He'll just report to me directly. So just took care of that.
Crazy. That guy is just like totally. I don't even know how he had kept his job for so long with the things he was doing.
He's a piece of shit.
I don't know.
He's old and rich and a piece of shit. I mean, when he
made some really poor decisions, and I'm actually happy that Iger came back. I mean, there's obvious reasons why he came back, but
because incompetent old rich white dude was running this into the ground. Weird.
One of those things where he's like, "Oh, this was a big mistake. I got to undo this." So, all right. There's news about a Spider-Man noir live-action series in the works at Amazon.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
It's a little weird home for it, isn't it?
I mean, the home doesn't necessarily matter. I think it's just weird in general.
I don't know.
Asking for it.
I guarantee. I don't know. I just feel like after No Way Home and Spider-Verse or whatever, like they're just like, yeah, let's license out every Spider-Man we possibly can, like 2099 Noir, like Miles. Obviously.
Well, like with Noir, he's
Noir's
okay
cool...
in bits, but like,
yeah.
do you really want half hour of him the whole
time? I don't know.
I mean, on paper, no, but
probably not.
Like I said, maybe it'll come out and we'll be pleasantly surprised. Like the Cyberpunk anime, I had no hopes for that other than, well, it'll be Trigger, so it'll be pretty. And that's about it.
Yeah.
You never know, but something sounds right on paper.
Untitled, it's pretty far out, but it's in the works. So just a heads up.
Cool. Maybe they'll get Nick Cage to do it.
That'd be okay. I just, what's funny is I did watch Kick-Ass. I had it on. I was working like crazy on a lot of data entry today, so I put like a movie on while I did that because that's the best way to work in my opinion. So I had Kick-Ass on the screen, and I was like, man, I forgot how good he was in this movie in Kick-Ass. Like he was really good in that movie. Yeah. So I just I was like, wow, his stuff was just, he really channeled like a weird Adam West thing mixed with like a really serious like crazy guy. It was really well done. So, but anyways, we also got the Super Mario Brothers Super Show commercial for the Super Mario Brothers movie. Yeah. I don't know if anybody else saw it. Like Tony, you saw this. Mike, who checked this out?
I looked at it after you guys mentioned it because I didn't see it anywhere else.
Yeah,
it was. It looks funny. It's a nice little tie-in to sort of drive home that this is a Brooklyn Mario, not an Italian one.
No, I mean it is unbelievable that they're really just embracing everything we know of from Mario growing up. Like they just like, you know what, we're gonna take it all. We're gonna grab everything that makes everybody remember the nostalgia. I just really hope it comes together in this movie. Like I really hope it does, because the more they do with this, like and play with it, the more I'm like go back to that kid. I go back to that age. I'm like, I want this movie. I said this on a previous podcast where I'm like, nothing wrong with the John Leguizamo, Bob Hoskins, like
nothing wrong.
Terrible.
What?
Yeah,
are you talking
terrible.
Nothing wrong.
So bad. No,
if you're
wrong.
I'm not done with my statement. Let me finish my statement. Nothing wrong with the Bob Hoskins, John Leguizamo, terrible Mario Brothers movie that was so bad it was like it's funny. Like it's not
funny. It's not. It's. Do you laugh watching that, Jim?
Yeah, I do.
Oh my god!
I haven't watched it.
But
since it first came out. So
watch it again, you will laugh your ass off.
No.
I promise.
Do you think they'll have any direct references to that movie?
I think so.
Oh, they have to. They have to. I think you'll have the shrunken head.
Like the fact that they went to this, I was just like, holy shit! Like,
but like that's what I'm saying.
That is a deep
cuts.
That's a deep cut.
This has got me so hyped. I mean, they brought the theme song back. They made it like the entire opening of the Super Mario Brothers Super Show essentially, and man. And they got the actress back who was Peach in the movie.
Yeah, that was her in the commercial. That was the original princess. She was known back then. Toadstool, the voice actress.
Yes, that's right. Yeah,
I thought that was like it was kind of like it's like the only thing you're not draining is my bank. She makes that weird face. It's like okay, and like them being like overly serious about like their plumbing job. It's just like, oh my god, this is really funny. But
yeah,
good. And then if you look, there's a scene where they use like a toy car on a map, and it shows Brooklyn. On the map, it's written Punch Out. So, maybe we'll get some Little Mac reference or something like that.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure they're gonna throw in a couple other Nintendo characters here and there.
Yeah, the Nintendo Cinematic Universe leading up to Smash Brothers.
Oh God.
Yeah,
but my kid's birthday's in March, and so we possibly do like a rent out a theater birthday party. That's like the popular thing to do these days.
Wait, is it March for the movie?
That's a cool idea.
I thought it was May.
I think it's
May.
I thought it was April. I thought it was April.
Oh, maybe. Well, afterwards, then I guess we'll have to figure that out. I thought like maybe I thought it was a May or M month.
That was April. Like
April 7th. Okay, April 7th.
So yeah, so it's almost there. Yeah, so we could do it still. It's the end of March.
Yeah, they will know.
Close enough.
Yeah, they will know.
Yeah. So, all right. Let's see. And then lastly in the news, the cool news, the great news is today it came out that Ted Lasso season 3 coming March 15th. Most anticipated episode we just had before. If you haven't checked it out, go listen to it. One of the most anticipated episodes for a lot of the podcasters here. I mean, seasons. I'm sorry, half at least, maybe Tony.
No, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah,
it's just one of the. Yeah, I mean, it's just not one of the things that I'm like, damn, I can't wait for. It's like, oh, there's more. Cool, like I don't know. Like it's a comfort show, so it's like I can't be like, oh man, I can't wait for Ted Lasso.
No, that's fair.
Yeah, for me, it's more about the fact that like I was so blown away with the fact that like Ted Lasso was like the character in season 1, and I really couldn't wait for season 2 because of him. And now I'm like, Roy Kent was so good in season 2 that I'm like, I really can't wait to see more of him. And I'm like, what's going to be thrown at me? What's thrown at me in season 3? Yeah, I can't wait to see what they do. It's so well done.
Does Apple do it weekly release or does it drop Netflix style?
Weekly. They have done multiple. They've done a 2-episode or 3-episode, I think, on occasion for shows. I don't know if this is one of those.
See, this is one of those things that like, I definitely appreciated binge watching. I don't know if I could do that week on this one.
Gotcha.
You're right. So for me, season 2 was like I watched like the first 2 or 3 episodes, and then I kind of stopped and waited for it to buffer up a little bit, and then I blitzed the rest of it because it's just like you can't. I get the statement. You can't watch these things and then I can't. It's only half an hour, so you just like, I want to consume more.
No, I was watching it every week. It popped on. It's like, as soon as that, get it nice and quick.
Yeah. No, there was a couple of times I just kind of let it get me an episode or 2 ahead, and then did that. I forgot to mention the fact I watched National Treasure, the series on Disney Plus. I watched the whole thing. It's over with.
Was it
good? Yeah, you know what? Wow, shocking. I can't believe like I watched all 10 episodes, and I'm like, somehow they did capture that feel of the ridiculous. If the movies were just fun, they captured that feeling in the show. They really did, and it's surprising. But yeah, they really did.
Does it take place in the movies like universe, or is it just a?
Yeah. They actually have what's his sidekick's name in the movies? What's his name? The guy with the Ferrari, the tax evasion.
I don't remember.
I know you're talking about. I don't remember his name.
Yeah, he's in a whole episode. You know, he's got a book. Somehow. He's like he talks to Nicolas Cage.
Doesn't he have a book in the second one too?
Yeah. I can't. Oh my God, his name is. I'm blanking on his name.
Not that.
God. It's not that one, but it's bothering. It's still bothering me. Yeah. So, but he talks to Nicolas Cage character. Yeah, I was really hoping. Yeah, I was really hoping that we'd see his character in this because they're filming another movie.
I thought you were saying he was in this.
No, he's not. It's based on a whole new cast. Nicolas Cage is not in this show.
But the sidekick is.
The sidekick is.
Okay.
I'm saying he's talking to Nicolas Cage.
That's what I'm making sure. That's what I'm making sure.
Yeah.
So you were talking about him, and then he's not in it. I was like, well, why are we talking about him so much?
Riley?
Yeah, Riley.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I can't believe you remember that.
Sorry, I just watched the show. I should remember it, but it was fun. They really did capture it. They really did capture the show, and I would recommend it for those that like the movies.
It's 30-minute episodes or 1-hour episodes?
30-minute. Catherine Zeta-Jones is in this as well. Okay. She's really good. And they brought back the original FBI director guy, or not director, but whatever he was. They brought him back. So, yeah, it's fun. It's got a little bit more of a newer vibe thing, which
I would hope so. I mean,
whatever,
it's been like,
take it or leave it. Yeah, I know, but it's like I actually like, but it still keeps the feel. It still keeps the feel. So they did a good job with that.
Was National Treasure pre-2000?
No, it was 2004.
Oh,
it was early, yeah, but yeah. All right, and is that it for the news? Yeah, I think that's it. That's all. That's all for this episode, guys. This has been the Moviecast for this week. So thanks for tuning in. Once again, we're live streaming on Twitch Tuesday night starting at 8 o'clock. 8:10 sometimes, depending on bedtimes. You're welcome to join us live. YouTube the following day, so please subscribe to both channels so you get the latest and greatest content. We are coming back at you guys shortly with the Gamecast. We will see you soon.